Let's go debunk this video.
Hey guys, here's a clip that I've been wanting to share with you for a long time now.
Of course, we want to share for a long time because he hates Jews. And now he finally put something together. Let's see what this genius put together.
That I think sums up Zionism in a nice little nugget.
No, it's going to sum up your hate for Zionism in one little nugget. Go ahead, explain the problem.
So here he's asked, after the nakba has occurred, after 780,000 Palestinians have been driven from their land.
First of all, enough with the lies of numbers. The left, the extreme right, they have terrible numbers. 271,000, 80,000 coming out of Gaza, and now the 780,000. If you look at the figures that were taken then and over time by the UN itself, UN who hates Israel, and other organizations, at most the displaced persons were 250 to 300,000. That's number one. Number two is the nakba, even according to the one who coined the term, is simply what Mr. Ben Gurion is going to say what it was. So why don't we listen and see what he has to say?
Primarily by Israeli terrorist organizations like the Irgun and Haganah and the Stern Gang.
First of all, the Haganah was a defensive force, always has been, and then it turned into Tzahal. The Irgun and Stern Gang were swallowed up by the Tzahal, and they were completely disbanded in 1948 before the independence. So no Nakba could have happened by them.
So let's hear what Ben Gurion has to say.
The Arab refugees. The refugees say they want to come back to their land. Are you prepared to allow them to resettle?
Well, if they want to come back to their land, I don't see the reason why they left their land.
That's a very good point. They left. Why do they want to come back? No one told them to leave. Not everyone left. You know that there are many Arab Israeli citizens because they didn't leave. The ones who are stuck in refugee camps in Lebanon, under Egypt, and under Jordan, yeah, they left. Why did they leave?
We didn't compel them to leave. They left on their own view, or rather on the view of Arab leaders.
That's right. No one compelled them to leave. An army outgunned and outmanned 3-1. When 5 Arab armies came in to invade them, it was absolutely impossible, ludicrous, illogical, preposterous. See, everyone now thinks the Nakba happened because they look at the IDF now. The IDF then, they didn't have an air force. You know they used seltzer bottles during the Independence Day War to scare the Egyptians because seltzer bottles would whistle in the air when they would drop, and the Egyptians thought maybe they were bombs. They had like one plane against all the Egyptian tanks. They had a Davitka, which is a very loud and useless gun. You look at the IDF now and trying to say that the IDF was the same IDF as Independence Day. No, half of them were people who came 3 years earlier from the Holocaust. They were very untrained. They were outmanned. They were outgunned. It was, a matter of fact, you try to make it out to seem like the IDF versus Gaza, what it is. It was worse, much worse. It was tanks versus sticks. And they are the ones who cleared hundreds of thousands of people out of the village? No. Who was it? Why did they leave voluntarily? Who told them to leave? And Ben Gurion, who did not have the ability of 77 years to rethink things, said then exactly this.
Or rather, on the view of Arab leaders.
That's right, the will of their leaders. Egypt and Jordan and Lebanon told them, get out of the way. We are going to wipe these Jews off this land, a real ethnic cleansing. Not a single Jew left in the land from the river to the sea. And when we do that, We will reward you. And what was the nakba, which means catastrophe in Arabic? They lost 5 Arab armies, lost to a whole bunch of villagers, outgunned, outmanned, outtrained. That is a tragedy. And the nakba has been repeated for 77 years because they keep losing. Hope you learned something. Any questions, let me know.